pleading with the president the same way he reacted and responded to the feeling of Nigerians and the international community by discontinuing the embarrassing trial of these minors. He should also listen to the pleas from eminent Nigerians, eminent Igbo leaders, eminent lawmakers, and so on and so forth, who has at one time or the other called on the president to embark on the part of political solution in the Nnamdi Kanu case by discontinuing the trial. So you can see by what the president did in the minors case, he has exercised his constitutional power through the Attorney General take under Section 174 thereabout to discontinue any criminal trial, even treason that has a murder charge at any stage of that trial. So now that you have invoked it for this case that we are charged for treason, also invoke that the same Section 174 thereabout in the case of Nnamdi Kanu by discontinuing the trial. The trial has brought, so it has prolonged the return to the path of peace in the
Good evening, viewers. This is BVI Channel 1, and we are live again on Matters Arising. And tonight is an interesting development as a lawmaker, a federal lawmaker from Imo State, have called for unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu in a manner no other person have ever done before. You will find out from this video tonight when Ugochinyere tasked Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu if actually he wants peace in Nigeria, because there is clear demonstration of hate on Ndigbo by this government led by Tinubu and those who came before him. So it's going to be a very interesting discussion where your voice will be heard, and it's quite a bit of a long demand by Ugochinyere, and I want you to listen to it, and as you're doing it, be sharing it to everyone. Okay? And don't forget, we are streaming this live on our different platforms, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, and our backup YouTube channel, BVI Channel 1+. So let us get down to it immediately. And when I come back, I will just open up the floor for you to call through this number on the screen, or you drop your comment. We'll take it immediately and hit the ground running. All right, to the video on what Ugochinyere had to tell Tinubu today. You need to hear this. I'll be right back.
It takes a lot for a leader to realize that he has made a mistake and then immediately correct it. So I'm so happy that the president realized that that was a huge national embarrassment, if not international embarrassment, and then moved in to correct it immediately. Even while some hanger on were even trying to justify it for him. This is, you can see why at times leaders, get into this part of shame at times, because we have some supporters who are very shameless. But I thank God that he didn't listen to those hungry, people I call hungry outlaws, who were trying to justify something that was an international embarrassment. So I commend the president for being bold enough to, issue the necessary knowledge and the court striking it out, bringing an end to that embarrassment. And I don't want it to just end there. I think he needs to find out, because those children were starved. So what kind of barbaric and archaic and mundane method of detention? And that goes a long way to show a lot might be going wrong with those detention facilities. It's also important an investigation is conducted to find out the status of these detainees facing different charges. It's like a kind of is it a confiscation site or what? You don't feed them. Look at the way they are looking so tiny, like they are coming out from a civil war or something. So it's an embarrassment, and it goes a long way to show how our detention system have been working. So it should be seen as an opportunity to fix things and correct things. And I thank the president for being bold enough to say that what happened was not right, and then going ahead to ensure that immediately these children were released. But going, apart from that, we should also investigate the status of other detainees in different cases and challenges in those detention facilities to be sure that we are complying with international African Charter on Human Rights and our relevant constitutional provision that an accused is deemed innocent until proven guilty. So you can't use starvation to kill the person even before he's made to have his day in court. And I think I will join to this by also pleading with the president the same way he reacted and responded to the feeling of Nigerians and the international community by discontinuing the embarrassing trial of these minors. He should also listen to the pleas from eminent Nigerians, eminent Igbo leaders, eminent individuals in different parts of the country, lawmakers and so on and so forth, who has at one time or the other called on the president to embark on the path of political solution in the Nnamdi Kanu case by discontinuing the trial. So you can see by what the president did in the minors case, he has exercised his constitutional power through the Attorney General take under Section 174 thereabout to discontinue any criminal trial, even treason that has a murder charge at any stage of that trial. So now that you have invoked it for this case that we are charged for treason, also invoke that the same Section 174 thereabout in the case of Mazi Nnamdi by discontinuing the trial. The trial has brought, so it has prolonged the return to the path of peace in the East. It has cost the East so much. It has even cost the country so much. There is so of insecurity, there is loss of life, there is killing, there is destruction going on left, right, and center with accusation and counter-accusation surrounding it. What a listening president will do is to say, okay, let's find a political solution, and which is to discontinue the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release him on bail, and then embark on the path for finding sustainable solutions to those security challenges. Remember, under Section 14, the primary responsibility of government is the protection of lives and property. So why do we have government? If government cannot protect lives and property, if government cannot listen to the people, if government cannot do things that can bring stability, then it's not government. So what I'm saying in effect is that this is a government, and they should live up to their responsibility by listening to what the people are asking for. When we had challenges in Niger Delta, when the bombing of oil pipeline, kidnapping of oil workers, a lot of atrocities that was happening then, whether right or wrong, but government, because responsibility, their economic responsibility and their welfare responsibility, embarked on a peace building effort that led to the resolution of the Niger Delta crisis, that led to the issue of Niger Delta Ministry, different agencies that were put in place, amnesty and so on and so forth, all aimed at finding lasting solution. Even the security and pipeline contract was also given to Niger Delta people, and a lot of incentives that was given to Niger Delta people, and peace returned. And then when you had challenges in North Central, Buhari government was tinkering around grazing route, farm settlement, and all sorts of things, even though some of them people didn't find it funny. Those one that has to do with taking away people's land, because they believe that some of the businesses that are leading to this conflict are private businesses, so they should be handled the same way private businesses are being. But government still went extra mile for that to say, okay, let's see how we can help them as Nigerians to be able to do their business in a way that it is less criminals and so on and so forth. So government did that. Even as bad as Boko Haram issue that has to do with somebody waking up because of whatever belief, killing people, beheading people, that is a heinous crime, bigger than even treason. But still, government went on negotiations at different times. Government went on rehabilitation. Imagine rehabilitating a murderer that enjoys beheading. But government still was doing it because government wants lasting and sustainable solution. Now, issues that were, triggered by injustice and unfair treatment and exclusion and so on and so forth leads to this agitation in the East. Up till now, federal government has not sit down on the table to discuss with Southeast leaders and Southeast youth. This even goes a long way to show that they don't care about what happens to the East. They don't care about us. They don't care whether we'll survive. They don't care whether we are dying or whether we're killing ourselves. In a country that today, whether you like it or not, we are the biggest investors outside our region. How many of the regions have massive investment in other regions? That means the Igbo man is one that even believes in the sustainability of the Nigerian project. That is why he can invest in a zone or a land where he does not come from. So, but just ordinarily sit down and let's find a solution. Because the root cause is also rooted to these issues of exclusion. Injustice that have spanned for decades. And the more you are alienated, the more you tell the ones that are growing that you are not wanted. And that's why you see the result to all these crises that have brought instability. Now, instead of finding a way to calm nerves and restore it, you go about showing them, I don't care about you. So I'm using this as I'm commending the president for freeing discontinuing the treason charges against those kids. We're also begging him that exercise the same constitutional provision under section 174 thereabout, and let the Attorney General issue a knowledge and discontinue the trial of matters, and especially at the time that the judicial system has made conclusive pronouncement at different times, federal high court, different court, that this trial has no legal basis. At least in these cases there have been final pronouncement, but you're still fighting and must prove that he's guilty. That means hate. That means you hate the tribe. Because there's judgments of court that have said, release him. The invasion of his house was an attempt to assassinate and kill him. Everybody saw the day the people invaded. There was no cause for that. And the people were beheaded and killed and massacred in tens. And the man ran for his life. And he did not run away or jump there. He invaded somebody's house. Just like the time those murderers from my area, in the name of politics, invaded to attempt to behead me and killed some of my family members. Didn't we flee? At the end of the day, when we were able to survive, are we going to, even if I was on bail, I should keep the head so that they can cut it off like ancient Greece. So the man have to run to survive. And then the extraordinary rendition is unknown to our law. It was a clear case of kidnap and abduction, which the court have also declared as illegal. So ab initio, there's even no trial. So why isn't Nnamdi still in detention? Because he's an Igbo man. That's why you have the same another traditional ruler that is kept in Lagos prison, that the Lagos State government is trying. Because he said, if you don't stop attacking our businesses, if you don't stop killing our people, we are going to bring help to defend our place. Instead of you dealing with the hate that your people are projecting there in Lagos, that is leading to killing of our people, burning of our businesses, because we are exercising our constitutional right to either vote or choose leaders. You went after the traditional ruler who spoke in defense of their people because they're an Igbo person. Other people in that same Lagos, both the traditional ruler has called for genocide against our people. None of them were charged. But he now said that if we don't stop burning this market that Igbo people are trading, if we don't stop throwing us into lagoon, if we don't stop attacking our people, that I will invite the ESN to come and defend the people in Lagos. That's what he said. And then all of a sudden, they dump him in court. They are prosecuting him, and they have dumped him in Kirikiri. That our traditional law is still in Kirikiri for almost 3 years now or more. They're not ready to prosecute him. Shawolu left him there because an Igbo man. So if we want to be one Nigeria, we should be honest and stop being stupid about the lies. In Igbo, they say, when you do the child the way you're doing this other child, they will be happy. Are you doing us the same? You're not doing us the same way. Do we want to build a country, a nation, or are we running a geographical expression like Awolowo also said? If we want to build a nation, that even though the tongues and religion may differ, but in brotherhood we can still stand, then you have to behave like a family, like a brother. You resolve the Igbo issue. Don't pretend like you don't know it's existing. You will not have stability. Let us see ourselves as one honestly and root it on that principle of justice, equity, and fairness. If you know what if they do to you, not like, why are you doing it to an Igbo person? So it's on that ground that I'm asking the president that is long overdue. It's time to respect those judgments of the court and stop this judicial. The court freed him. You went again. You fight another. No, it's not necessary. We're looking for peace and stability. 70% of our people today will take Mr. President seriously when he talks about building a nation, uniting our people, bringing us together, making us to believe that he's about to renew hope, which includes justice. You have to renew my faith in the justice system, in the equity system, in the fairness system. That our people, 70% of our people believe that if President wants us to take take him serious, he should first of all release Nnamdi Kanu and find a way to go to the table to find a permanent political solution to the challenges facing our people. Then we can take him serious. That's the way our people feel. Any of the Igbo leaders can come to Abuja and be lying to him. Those ones I call outlaws. They can be saying all sorts of nonsense. But down there in our place, they want this issue resolved, so that our people can now pick up what is left of their lives and move on. Because this issue is causing instability in our place. Farming activities is zero. Businesses are going down. Most people are no longer returning back. So resolving it starts with, okay, political solution, we'll give him bail. Then we'll go to the table and look at the issue. There's issues that led to those agitation. Those issues have been with us since 1960. Democratic leaders now worsened with so much hypocrisy and incompetency and so on and so forth. They were now flashing it in our face like we don't belong. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu. Even if we take out Nnamdi today, the other generation that is coming are also having the same feeling rooted in their hearts. You see, have another person rise up. So finding a solution to them, a permanent solution should be the concern of every genuine leader. Because for how long are you going to keep treating people like that and expect them to believe? In this era of technological advancement, social media and everything, information moves so fast. So it's not the way you can hide informations. People have opinions based on your actions. And coming from somebody who has fought the Deco days, democracy, inclusion, and so on and so forth, I'm just surprised that we're still having this conversation 1 year or going to 2 years in office. Just because of Abiola's election that was robbed. They floated Ndigbo, they fought. Some of them were charged for treason. There was bomb blast that time, remember? Even though there was accusation whether it was Abacha that was throwing the bomb or it was the Ndigbo people, Tinubu them were throwing it. There were the same transmitter Nnamdi Kanu was using. Fire meet them and Tinubu, we had their own transmitter, radio Kudra, radio this. They were transmitting into the airways. Because they said they wanted the mandate to be restored. Now these people are asking for justice, equity, and fairness. The same thing. So what to do? The Ndigbo issue and the bill issue was resolved by compensating them with allowing them to run for the presidency by almost all the key stakeholders. Since that time, they have ruled almost 2 times now. But nobody cares about our own people. So how do you think the young people are feeling down there? They feel disconnected. They feel angry in a country that they are working so hard for. All they are asking is for justice, equity, and fairness. That's what this selective application of democracy, selective application of the justice system, selective application of political opportunities, selective application of the electoral, everything that has to do with the East, the method is different. Even the way you mount roadblock in the East, like is an Afghanistan that America just left from. From just Asaba, you be coming from Abuja, 1 or 2 checkpoints. By the time you get to Asaba, you are trying to cross the river Niger. From that place to where you see 48 checkpoints. What are you doing there? Still, crime is still everywhere. It has turned into a toll collecting point for police or security agencies who are on those roads. Extorting the people, making them feel like you just want to annihilate them at all costs from all fronts. So these things are wrong. And like I said before, a true nationalist will focus and believe that equity, justice, and fairness is the fulcrum and the foundation for a united and peaceful country. Anybody that is talking about peaceful country without discussing the sacred core principles of justice, equity, and fairness is talking nonsense. You cannot have a united country, you cannot have a stable country without sitting down to address these core principles of justice, equity, and fairness. Not just by addressing it, but showing it in your body language and conduct. Today, you have a country that the Igbo man is not Chief of Army Staff. The Igbo man is not IG. The Igbo man is not DG of DSS. The Igbo man is not Customs CG. The Igbo man is not Immigration Head. The Igbo man is not Central Bank. The Igbo man is not Finance Minister. The Igbo man is not Federal Inland Revenue. The Igbo man is not Director of Military Intelligence. The Igbo one is not NSA. But still, they still believe. All they are asking is not even if you share those things with them. But restore peace in our place. Consider it a matter of national importance that peace will return to the East. We want you to make that a priority. That's all our people are asking for. And that we're not getting it up to now. So it's not that anybody hates anybody or no. The hand with which you extend, that's the one we should receive. They're giving us bitter lemon every day. Look at the infrastructure in our place. Look at our major highways in the East. Look at our markets. Look at our energy situation. Look at the employment rate of our people in civil service. Look at the business opportunities available. Everything is self-help for our people. Business, building, everything. Even rehabilitation of our people that have been displaced since this crisis has started. Not even single one person. The Igbos are builders. The Igbos are nationalists. That is why they invest in every part of Nigeria. Just show them by your body language that though tongue, religion, everything will differ. But in this our brotherhood, we will rise, we are one.
What an address. This one is bigger than address. This one is straight on point. I couldn't agree with him less. The guy is on point. He said it exactly the way it is. And that is the kind of undiluted truth you'll be hearing on this platform. Because before now, a lot of our people have, choked some of our politicians, which is definitely true, for not speaking out for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Because if there is nothing else to achieve, at least those who are enforcing unpleasant and wreaking havoc in the Southeast in the name of calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release will have no other reason. They will look for another. Because I have said that even Nnamdi Kanu, who said people should not in his name be causing and wreaking havoc. Yes, in the Southeast. But since all this while, have you thought about the Southeast political leaders mounting enough pressure, especially from the floor of the House? What Ugochinyere said here is what I expected him to deliver at the floor of the House. And other Southeastern lawmakers, both at the Senate and the House of Representatives, will follow suit. Demand for it. Protest at the floor of the House for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Make this case much public at the floor of the House. Mandate Southeast governors to go to the Aso Rock the way they go every Monday to collect every month to collect their statutory allocation. They should go and demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, so that there will not be any reason anyone can give in wreaking havoc, destroying the South. And I've said that from what Ugochinyere said is exactly what I've been saying on this platform. You see, Tinubu, he not fit releasing Nnamdi Kanu. It is not in their agenda. Buhari was there. He wouldn't and could not release Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu had been there. He will not and will never release Nnamdi Kanu. You know why? Because of the obvious reason I have given on this platform long before now. That the enemies of our people, the enemies of the Southeast, have determined that since some people have taken up arms to destroy the Southeast, not Nigeria, to destroy Biafran land, not Nigeria, if they continue holding Nnamdi Kanu, if they fail to release Nnamdi Kanu, they have vowed to destroy anything that is existing in the Southeast. They have created tension. Businesses are crashing. People are suffering. People are dying as a result of it because the federal government refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. And at some point, I said very clearly that with the position of the court saying Nnamdi Kanu, of course, does not have any case with respect to the laws of Nigeria, with respect to his repatriation back to Nigeria through illegal means, kidnapping a man and bringing him back to Nigeria forcefully to try him against the constitution you are using to try him. You let him, the court said he has no case to answer on that one. But yet, in order to continue the provocation, continue to add fuel to the fire that is burning in the southeast, they decided to hold Nnamdi Kanu down. You see, they have no reason. Igbo was arrested, was released. Boko Haram and other militias in the north and bandits that have killed a lot of people, including security operatives, in their thousands. It's a record that the terrorism in the south, in the northeast, have claimed not less than 200,000 lives or thereabout, or about 100,000 lives or thereabout. Yet these people, when they are arrested, you rehabilitate them, you reintegrate them into the Nigerian security force. And sometimes you come out to say, hey, these people that have been rehabilitated have absconded with the things that we are giving to them, both the rifles and motorcycles that we are giving to them. These are the kind of nonsense we are hearing in this country. But Nnamdi Kanu, whom you are holding illegally, you refuse to do what? Release him because of the hatred. No matter what you claim he did. And that is exactly what Ugochinyere pointed out. Now we are here to hear your own side of the story. We want you to voice your opinion on this issue because the political leaders in the southeast are listening. So that it will not be that I am the one that said or Ugochinyere that said. Let the world hear your voice through this platform right now, your position about Nnamdi Kanu's rendition and his trial in Nigeria. What is your take? Call the numbers on the screen, +234-810-454-5533 to air your opinion on this. We will also take your commentaries on the comment section. And don't forget, we are streaming this live simultaneously on our various social media platforms. On our Instagram platform, we are streaming live. On our Facebook platform, we are streaming live as well. We also encourage you to help us expand this awareness from this platform to platforms like TikTok, where you have energetic, young, vibrant people, Nigerians. There, we want to extend this live broadcast there, but what is limiting us is not being able to get up to 1,000 followers there. If you follow BVI Channel 1 on TikTok, we'll be able to extend. They will open up our opportunity to start streaming on that platform. And you know what will happen? More people will get in this message. So the least you can do is to follow us on all these social media platforms and share this informative content on this platform. We are not here for entertainment. We are here for serious business. We're already having the first caller, but before I bring Ndubisi in, he's already seated visually. Let me quickly take this first caller because we've reached the ground running. Hello, good evening. This is BVI Channel 1, and you are live on Matters Arising. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ofokan.
Okay.
I'm from Lagos.
All right, go ahead with your submission. You know what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, I find so much interested on the topic because I've been telling people that the people that are holding Nnamdi Kanu in the Southeast political leaders. So from day one, there is no force from political leaders from Southeast that will stand against evil arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, they are using individual approach to sell their political ambition. When there is an election now, You see one of them visit Nnamdi Kanu in the custody of DSS. After that, everything will change. So, but if these people are serious, the governors, the senators, the political areas in Southeast, that will form a group force that will march to Abuja, not one, demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu didn't commit any crime. They are using Nnamdi Kanu to make money. They are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu that if you release Nnamdi Kanu, you will start disturbing them in Southeast because they are not doing anything. So they are the ones that are holding Nnamdi, not federal government. If you are asking people that are holding Nnamdi Kanu, it's Southeast people, especially political bureaus in Southeast. That is my submission.
Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you for calling, my brother. Keep watching and keep sharing. Thank you. All right, let us quickly bring Ndubisi in. He has already joined us virtually on this program. Good evening, Ndubisi. You're welcome to BVI Channel 1 Matters Are Rising. You're welcome back.
Yeah, good evening, Chinedu, and good evening to our viewers all over the world.
Yeah, Ndubisi, can you just hold on? Let us quickly take this call, this one more call, then I will bring you back, okay? Thank you very much. Let us quickly take this call. I'll bring you back. Please hang on there. Hello, good evening. Good evening, my brother. Your name, please. We didn't get your name. We didn't get your name and where you're calling from. Sorry, we lost that. We hope you're going to call back again. You can call back. When you call, you tell us your name and where you're calling from so that the world will know that the people are speaking. The people's voice must be heard. And that is why we are here. Hello, good evening. Hey.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Can you move away from where you're listening? There is noise. There is noise where you are. There is noise.
Yeah, I'm calling you right from now from my name is Antonia.
All right, go ahead, Antonia. Go ahead.
I love this evening topic because ndị be anyị tụrụ ime si na ama nwa ka e mere ibie. And the one I've seen it. Everybody has seen it. Understand because hello? All these politicians they are using Nnamdi Kanu to gain favor. During any campaign, they will go there and discuss something with him and post in the pages of newspaper. They will take picture with him that they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu, which is lie. Now, what we are pleading to Mr. President, Southeast, we are the nation builder. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Since we have been releasing our Boko Haram from the north, both north central, both bandits, and recruit them to Nigerian army, what offense have that man committed that president vowed that you not grant him bail or obey their court order? Before we know that he's serious, when he released that man, he had to call one table. We discussed it through political solution so that all the world we know that what we are preaching, one Nigeria unity, is true. So I still pleading to him, let him listen to his own court, to Nigeria court. We have constitution, we have freedom of expression. Now he's tagging it treasonable felony. And he released the mother children. So let him do the same thing to Nnamdi Kanu so there will be peace in Southeast.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that submission. Thank you so much for your submission. All right, we are still live and direct. This is still BVI Channel 1 and we are Matters Are Rising. We're talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu by Ugochinyere, and other voices, and the people are pouring in their opinion regarding this very issue, as it is extremely important for the Southeasterners. So if you want your voice to be heard as well, just call the numbers here on the screen, +2348104545533. Let your voice be heard tonight on Matters Arising. Let us quickly take this caller. Hello, good evening. Can you please turn down the volume of your listening device, please? Can you please turn down the volume of your listening device? So, can you turn down the volume of your listening device? We are hearing ourselves back. You are listening to the program and is loud and coming back to us. Turn it down. Hello?
Yeah.
Please call back. Call back. We have to cut it. Please, when you are calling, you are going to be listening to us through the call. Don't expect to be listening to the call through the broadcast or where you are watching the program from. Okay? So that we don't have hold back. Whenever you call, mute where you are listening the program for, or you turn it very down so that we will have a very reasonable conversation so that we don't have all back. Okay, please, we want you to be calling, but please turn down the volume of your listening device so that we don't have a hold back. Hello, my brother, you're welcome back again.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm calling from Sweden.
Your name, please.
My name is Ugochinyere from Sweden.
All right, go ahead, Ugochukwu. What's your take?
First, we have to ask. I really want to ask because Ndigbo si na onye ya na ndị iwe na-eri ndị na-eji ngaji. Why should Nnamdi Kanu go to Kenya to cause all this issue?
Why should Nnamdi Kanu go to Kenya to cause all the issues?
Yes.
Is not exactly what we are talking about today. We are not talking about the case, the situation we have at hand, the condition of the Southeast today, with respect to the insecurity that has been happening as a result of the release of Nnamdi Kanu not being released by the federal government. That is what we're talking about. The implication of that scenario. That's what we're discussing tonight. We're not discussing why Nnamdi Kanu went to Kenya.
Yes, everybody knows in Nigeria that the Igbo people they are hated. The government don't like the Igbo people. You understand? So the issue here is that is still why I asked this question. That when you're the recording a government, Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't have gone to Kenya. That is the start. That is where everything started. Now, all this problem, he caused all this problem even in the Southeast. That is my stick on this.
Okay. All right. You are questioning Nnamdi Kanu's going to Kenya. That's what resulted to all of this. That wouldn't have been in this kind of mess if he didn't go to Kenya. All right.
Thank you very much, my brother.
All right. Thank you very much. Everybody to his opinion. But tonight we are focused on the issue at hand. What is happening today? Okay? We are not here for a blame game. We are here to address this issue. Ndubisi, good evening and welcome to the program tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Chinedu. Thank you for providing this platform to our people across the globe. You are doing a thankless job for our dear people. You know, our people need to have sense of direction, and that is what you have been offering. Now, to respond to the issue at stake, I appreciate the call that Ugochinyere has just made. The call is called for justice. He is calling for federal government of Nigeria under the administration of Ahmed Tinubu to respect the constitution of Nigeria. You know, what brought about all this agitation is lack of good governance, lack of equity, lack of fairness, lack of justice, not respecting the rule of law. That was the foundation of all these crises that kick-started since 1966. Since Nigeria secured independence from the white men colonial masters, we've been we have not been able to manage our domestic affairs. It has been personal interest against public interest, against serving the people, the common people, and the middle class. You know, that was what brought about the first military coup in Nigeria. And thereafter, the Gowan cabals hijacked the governance of Nigeria. And like Aguiyi started it, they hijacked the command and control structure. The civil war came because they refused to honor the agreement reached at Ghana on confederal system of Nigeria. Because it's obvious to everybody, even to a child born yesterday, that Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is amalgamation of many nations coexisting in a forced marriage called Lugard experiment, Nigeria. This is obvious truth. And in good governance, GGM will say it the way it is. Fundamentally, it is because of this deceit we have been living over the years. For the past 60 years, we have been deceiving ourselves. People have come and died. I'm in the village today for burial. We buried one person today, and tomorrow another person. Last week we buried two. Generation of people are dying, living under a deceitful environment. That is why myself, I'm showing my face here. I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Anambra State. If I die today, let it be that I die fighting for good governance. So what Ugochinyere said is the home truth. He is calling for justice, for equity, fairness, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be given at least, at least listening ear. The justice system must be respected and must be upheld. Now, Ahmed Tinubu cannot claim that he doesn't know why the agitation started. Honorable Ugochinyere said it, that during their own time, they fought Kudirat Abiora. They fought using all sorts of means, at least to make their voice be heard. And they were fighting against the authority because they believe in justice system, that they've been victimized and weaponized. So they fought with all available instruments, whether good or bad, but at the end of the day, they were compensated by the office of presidency. Many of them that fought that became the governor of various states. So what he is asking for, Nnamdi Kanu might not be correct or right in his approach by omission or commission, but that doesn't mean that he could not be called for a roundtable discussion. That doesn't mean that politically that the case he this system you call Nigeria is a failed experiment, sorry. And I stand on this platform to say that Nigeria, in all ramifications, have failed the past generation, the present generation, and the future generation. The only thing is to dismantle this criminality called Nigeria. We have offered so many proposals on how to get the system working, not as a command and control structure, not as a central system of federation, but as a true federal system of government as in practice all over the world. So I want to align with Ugochinyere to say that this administration should address those things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for, and even inviting for discussion. Not just getting him out, but getting to solve the problem of Nigeria so that all Nigerians will be happy in all their indigenous nations, because we have many nations in Nigeria. I don't want to say in Nigeria because I don't believe in this one entity called Nigeria until when the rightful thing is done. But before then, I don't believe in the system called Nigeria. I don't believe the system could be right under this present fraudulent constitution.
Okay.
Chinedu, I don't know if
Of course.
I've made sense.
Yeah. Of course, you just said it the way it is, and we are going to get to the point of addressing some of the issues you raised, which is very valid, especially respect to calling the federal government to not to release just Nnamdi Kanu, but to also address the agitation of Nnamdi Kanu and that of the Southeast. And the only thing that can the irreducible minimum that is accepted by not just the Biafran people in Nigeria or Southeasterners in Nigeria, but the entire Nigerian people. Because as Nigeria is today, it is not working and can never work. That is my position. But it requires the people to understand this and also, ignite the powers they have as the people who are at the receiving end of this failed experiment called Nigeria. It is only when you have the right people in power, ensuring good governance, and making policies, people-friendly policies. These are the only ways to address the problem of this country. But before we get down to the real deal, which is the irreducible minimum, by returning Nigeria back to regional government, back to true confederation, back to Aburi, as we call it, because that is the only thing that can work for Nigerians. Because the experiment, I know, when Ojukwu and Gowon went for that Aburi Accord, we know that it is the imperial powers, the colonial powers, that influenced Gowon to turn down the agreement in Aburi. And the man said he wasn't prepared. The only thing Nigeria can apply and Nigerians will be saved from Nigeria is through federalism, confederation, regional government, where each region will stand on their own as independent or autonomous nations, just like every other country have it. That is the real deal you have to address, because the only people that are benefiting from this failed experiment called Nigeria are the political class, and they believe in Nnamdi Kanu's agitation is a bad market for them. So that's why they are holding him. Well, I'll go to the comment section and quickly have the opinion of people who are watching from the from the YouTube, and also from our Facebook. All right? So we'll get your opinion very quickly. Only those that are strictly in line with what we are discussing tonight, that is the only one we are going to read out, and also acknowledge those who are watching and encouraging you to stick with us every day. Although today we began a little bit late because of some things that beyond our control, including Nigeria happening to us. We talk about national grid failure. It also affects us, and that's what delayed the live broadcast. We normally start it from 6 p.m. every evening. Till the time we've had enough of the cause and the voice of the people. So thank you very much for joining this program tonight. And as you're joining, please be sharing. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you are watching from the Facebook as well, also follow us there on Facebook and also on Instagram. We are streaming live there as well. If you go to this Instagram platform and you search BVI Channel 1, you will see us there. All right? So, also Biafra said, they will hold Nnamdi Kanu and get tired. Biafra is unstoppable and must be free. Godfrey said, nice word. Don Malaki Ifeanyi also said, my brother, you are speaking the truth to power. That is the way to go. All right. I think a caller is calling. Let us quickly take the call and go back to the comment section. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is KJ. I'm calling from here in Imo State.
KJ calling from Imo State. Go ahead.
I see what you're saying. I think they should release it because, like, all the stuff that's been going on, and he's innocent. You know, he didn't do nothing. As far as we see it, the way it's starting to look like to the whole world, he's just a prisoner of the governor.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much for calling. I think we can't hear you anymore. It seems you are done with your submission.
No. I'm just listening to what you want to say back.
No. Of course, I agree with you. We are waiting. It is up to you. Your voice should be heard. The world are listening as well.
Yeah, they definitely need to release it because all the stuff that's going on here and evil, you know, a lot of crazy things.
And you believe that once Nnamdi Kanu is released, things will get back to normal in the Southeast. The issue of insecurity and the rest of them.
Everybody knows that right now it's just looking like he's the prisoner of the governor.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, my brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. All right, we are still on with Matters Rising. You can call the lines. The numbers are open for you to call, whether you are calling from WhatsApp or direct line. This number is there for you. Call it, we'll take your call, and your voice will be heard. Okay, back to the comment section. As you're dropping it, we're also reading it out. We have Malaki Onyemezu said, I have been so long time ago, let him go. Let Nnamdi Kanu go for good so that we can be as one. Letting Nnamdi Kanu go may never make Nigeria to be as one. Okay? You might talk about the Southeast, okay? But we get on to that. Thank you for your comment, Michael. And Dino said, you can hold Nnamdi Kanu, but you can't hold the message he represents. Freedom, good governance, equity, fairness, and justice. This message must be addressed. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu without addressing it is futile. Okay, I agree totally with it. Okay, Guji Hero said, the hatred against the Igbos is even in the open. Tony Eju Ugo said, I think you have started making sense from this moment. I believe you are understanding the issue at hand. Freedom is for one. Freedom is for all. I guess this one is just a newcomer. Well, every opinion counts as long as it is within the topic under review. Michael Onyemezu said, let him go home for good, is going tough. Anyway, Evan says somebody like David Umar is busy constructing coastal highways he will never use to travel. Anyaman said, God bless and keep you, my dear. Speak whether they want to hear or not. The heavens are hearing and bearing you witness. Thank you very much, Anyaman. Anyaman, thank you. Justice TV from Sweden said, well done. We also appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for watching. Stephen Obi Emekekwe, our honorable comrade, said, Honorable Ugochinyere, the PDP federal rep for Idato local government, Imo State, has stated the cases for injustice and hate against Ndigbo, Biafrans, but it is his colleague, Igbo political class, who are most to be blamed. He actually blamed the political class, whom he said go to Abuja and compromise the interests of the Southeast, especially with respect to Nnamdi Kanu's release. He made mention of that during his address. Okay, Michael Onyeme said, if anything happens to him, there will be war. Let him go for peace. Hey, there will be war. I beg we pray that there will never be war. War is no good thing. War is no respecter of anybody. There is a double standard. That is coming from Emekekwe as well. He said there is a double standard in this country, and the Igbo political class are enemies of Ndigbo. They have no reason to campaign vigorously, not to campaign vigorously for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, except their selfishness. That is so far so good from the comment section on the YouTube. We acknowledge our regular viewers, Ndidi Oko, thank you for coming in, and Johnson Moloku Eze. We appreciate every one of you who are watching from our Facebook platform. We appreciate every one of you, and we hope you keep watching and keep this program alive. Okay, we appreciate every one of you who have joined us. We appreciate Ikenga Innocent, Ifani, Fine Boy, and the rest of other you that are watching. We thank you for joining this program. Please make this place your place. Every evening, this time from 6 p.m., we will be live on Matters Arising. And on Fridays, we take on Good Governance Hour, GGM Hour, where we unite the people for good governance. All right? It is extremely important because it's going to be getting more interested. Ikenga Chukwu, we appreciate you for joining the program. We also appreciate Ike Chukwu Odo. We appreciate Kenny Ibuoka. Please keep sharing, keep liking. We appreciate every one of you because this is how we build a formidable community where the voice of the people will be heard, where the opinion counts, and where we have uncensored and undiluted truth. We speak it without looking at anybody's face. We thank Kenny Ibuoka. He said, okay, let us take the comment from Ikenga. Said they are making money on it, but they must come back in shame. Talking about the Nigerian Igbo political class. Kenny Ibuoka said, we trust Nnamdi Kanu more than any governor in the East, and they knew it. Because of that, they kept him in DSS dungeon. That is what Kenny Ibuoka said. Ikenga Chukwu said, what Soludo is doing is to stop Monday sit at home. Let him go and ask others to try to do so. He is serving the Hausa people. This place is on fire. They are not relenting. Oh. My brother, you are not the only person that doesn't believe in Nigeria. 90% of Easterners doesn't believe in the useless country called Nigeria. That is from the people's comments here. And many of them just there Please keep bringing it. Honorable Daniel Opai, we appreciate you for joining. Grupo Kia Campico. Biko, permit me if I didn't get your name correctly. Thank you for joining the live broadcast. Tony Ove, thank you also for joining. And that is it for now. The commentaries we had so far, and I don't know if I think Ndubisi has gone off, and we've had quite a number of commentaries. We will be wrapping up the program any moment from now. We are sorry we didn't start on time. We hope by the time we come back tomorrow on GGM Hour, we hope to have you all guys here, because we'll be engaging one of the most important things that matters to us as a people. Because if Nigeria never happened to you, you will not understand and you will not join this campaign. If Nigeria never happens to you, my brother, I wonder what has ever happened to you in Nigeria. Nigeria has happened to every one of us, actually. So that's why we must engage critical thinking, critical mindset, and building opinion that will shape in our society. And it's our commitment to give the people a voice, speaking undiluted truth and speaking the truth to power for the good of the people and for the public interest. I still remain Socio-political Peters. I think I have Ndubisi back again, and let us critically and briefly hammer on some of the things you raised. Ndubisi, when you were speaking the other time, you made mention of the irreducible minimum and also the message of Nnamdi Kanu. Not just about releasing Nnamdi Kanu. What about the message he carries? So we want you to delve into that deeply more, so that more people will, because you are talking from the point of experience and someone who is in the trench with every one of us in this freedom journey. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, Chinedu, can you hear me?
Very much.
Yes, like I said before, I know that so many of our people are using the brand of Nnamdi Kanu to play politics.
Mm-hmm.
And many young people on the streets have understood that fact, that politicians, or political class of Igbo extraction are using Nnamdi Kanu brand to play politics of Biafra and Nigeria. But it's quite unfortunate that they cannot play the politics of Biafra as preached by Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu preached a message and people got the message. He has been preaching that message consistently and continuously for the past 10 years. And what is the message all about? It is the message of freedom. Though some of us might believe that he went far to the extreme, like sometimes he said it's Biafra or death. And many young people died believing that Nnamdi Kanu is working with powerful countries like US, Israel, Russia. Because Nnamdi Kanu message got their attention and they believed that Nnamdi Kanu is highly connected, But what is important is the courage. The courage. Nnamdi Kanu is courageous, fearless. He was speaking to the authority, to their face, telling them to go to hell, that they are criminals. If they like, let them keep him there for 5 years, for 10 years. But the message is, as they continued to detain him, his message will remain evergreen in people's subconscious mind. His message will remain in people's mind. So such message cannot be erased. But I don't believe on people who are merely asking, raising Nnamdi Kanu. Once you raise him, peace will return to Southeast. Critically, we're on this platform to tell ourselves the truth and dissect and, of course, dissect the truth, argue the truth, present it, whether you want to you believe it or not. We just say it the way it is and the way we feel, based on our contacts and our experience on the street. There are people who believe, like I said, that once you reason that they can, peace will return. I do not agree with those people. I believe that as you are raising him, you are raising him alongside those things he has promised the people. Because one time, sometimes ago, he said, if I ever say any other thing, the next person on my side should kill me. If I ever negotiate with Nigerian politicians, the next person by his side, they should kill him. Now, what he wants is Biafra and nothing more. Now, on this platform, GGM, we always want to tell people, what does Biafra represent? Number one, Biafra is indigenous identity. I am a Biafra. I'm moving along the street. No police, no military man will arrest me because I said I'm a Biafran. Yes. But there are some people who will say, I am IPOB member. Or they will ask you, am I an IPOB member? I will say, no, 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 no. I can't be a member of my country. You can't be a member of Nigeria. You can be a citizen of Nigeria, but you cannot be a member of Nigeria. IPOB is a people, is indigenous identity. So in this platform, we want to use it to educate the minds of the people, to reset it, so that people will begin to see things the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometime ago, a few weeks ago, a woman called me and said, are you a member of IPOB? I said, no, but I'm a Biafran. So the woman is confused, but I explained to her. She was confused, but I explained to her that I
Yeah.
am a Biafran. I am not a member. You can't be a member of, for
Of
instance, you
your
are from Oka.
you say you are a member of
You
Oka
are from Oka.
community.
You say I'm a member of Oka. You cannot be a member. IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra. So the reason why federal government proscribed it is because I kind of presented this as organization
As an
registered in
organization,
UK,
as a group, as an
as a
organization,
group.
as a group.
So so
Mm.
so federal government has not considered that thing necessary to explain to people the reason why they did what they did. Because like I said, those evil men in power, they want to live and die with the
Mm.
atrocities they committed during the war. You see Gowan, at 90 years, he has refused to tell the world the truth and nothing but the truth. Even his children, grandchildren are watching him to confess his sins. But rather than confessing, he would rather die with that his sins. You see Babangida, he will never want to confess what they did during the war. When he raped, when some of them raped so many of Igbo beautiful girls, married. That was during the war that he married Marian. If I if I'm not wrong, you see Babangida, I'm sorry, Buhari, he's still alive. He will never want to discuss anything about that war, that genocidal war. He's still living. And these are people you are fighting. These are the people you want to confront them. to fight them. No, they will squeeze you. They will squeeze you. You can't fight these people because these people are still holding our mineral resources, our crude oil. Well, every month they post millions of dollars into their accounts for doing nothing. They have military posted to they are moving around with them till they die. So how would you start the war? So the point I'm making is that it's quite informative to explain to our people
Mm.
the way they will understand, the
Exactly.
way they will understand, and if we understand that truth, it's only the truth. The truth
That
can
will,
save us.
that's the only thing that can
Only
set
the
our
truth,
people free.
only the truth will give us freedom.
Mm.
So people who don't understand will want to associate Nnamdi Kanu IPOB. But when you tell them that IPOB is indigenous people,
It's a people,
Nnamdi
it's a
Kanu
nation. It's not a group
is
it's
only
not a group of individual.
it's not a group. I've explained this into a military man. The man, I was surprised. The military man told me that they know the difference between Nnamdi Kanu organization and the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. Hausa military man told me
That's indigenous people of Biafra as a people and indigenous
is a people.
IPOB as an organization.
As I'm telling you, I was surprised. But to so many of these guys, they believe that Chinedu, remember when we traveled to Kuje last time, when Nankano was in Kuje?
Yeah.
So many of them came to see Nanka. They were afraid that if you identify yourself as a Biafra, they will arrest you. Is it true, Chinedu? You were there.
Yeah,
You
sure,
were
for
there with
sure.
me. Didn't I write my name, my name, real name, there? That I want to see this guy. You wrote your real name, but some of them forged their names there. Because they were not, they were not
Properly informed. And that is what the government is
informed,
using to intimidate, harass,
or
detain,
or
and even kill.
they were they were not what they are doing. That is the word. They were not proud of what they were doing. But me and you were bold
No,
to
it's not that
tell them that we are Biafrans.
I don't think it's because they are not proud. It's because they are not properly informed. If they are properly
Uh-huh.
informed and they
So,
understand what they represent and the agitation they bear and how to go about it to achieve the actual result that is expected, they
okay,
wouldn't be
yeah.
afraid.
The message here is for us to understand when people say raising and kind of security will end. See, some of us are deceiving ourselves. Nnamdi Kanu is a carrier of a message. What message is he carrying? Is a people message. His message of good governance, equity, fairness, and justice and freedom. It's a message of indigenous people who are asking to be left alone. That is their right to ask for self-determination. Nobody can deny you of that right. If you follow through the right process, nobody can deny you of that fact. You know, you are not doing anything illegal. You can see Oduduwa, Yoruba people going to UK to submit their letter for self-determination, to be left alone. Their
Exactly.
leader, who is Professor, what is that his name? Professor,
I can't remember. I didn't remember the name of the guy.
but the man,
Of
one
course.
worldly man
Yeah.
like Ikediife,
Of course.
has written to UN. The man has written letter to presidency asking that they want to have their own country. Though presidency played that on the letter, but the fact is that he wrote that letter to the presidency. The same way this group went to UK. Has anybody arrested them? No. If you do the right thing, nobody will arrest you. So what I'm saying is that it's not about this platform raising Nnamdi Kanu, but call this indigenous. Nnamdi Kanu is representing indigenous people. Call them to come. Let's discuss. Nnamdi Kanu is not alone. All these people saying they want Biafra, come and sit down here. Let's even
Including those who are agitating for Oduduwa and those who are agitating
yes,
for Islamic laws.
yes, call them. There's no need to hold Nnamdi Kanu. If you are holding Nnamdi Kanu, you are making him popular. You are making him to be in fact, If biblically people will say you want to make him a saint or you want to make him a hero, any
or a
day
mother.
you keep Nnamdi Kanu, yes, any day you keep Nnamdi Kanu in DSS detention, you are, in fact, Nnamdi Kanu in-law said, he said Nnamdi Kanu is better in DSS than the street. He's in Nnamdi Kanu in-law. I think the man was staying in Germany. I watched it in his YouTube. So any day, if Tinubu knows what is good for him, but I know these guys, they have strategy. They are playing on all the Igbo people, their intelligence. They want to scatter our economy. They are dealing with us. I'm saying it here so that people will understand the power play. These guys are playing politics on us. But since we believe in Nnamdi Kanu, and we believe that without Nnamdi Kanu, we cannot do anything, let's hold him so that we kill, destroy, bomb our economy, and pull our economy down. Remember, Eastern economy is in competition with Western economy. I mean Yoruba. Yoruba and Igbo historically are the two people competing, the two ethnic groups, because they are the most exposed, intellectually endowed. They are scale technically, these two tribes are sound. If you talk of education, if you talk of anything, Yoruba and Igbo are competing. Even during the First Republic, you can see what Awolowo Azik did in Western House of Parliament. And you can see how Awolowo, Zik, Ojukwu told Awolowo, if I declare Biafra, no, Awolowo said, once you declare, if you declare, I'll go back and declare Oduduwa. But Awolowo, on getting back, he connived with
Go on.
Docha. No, British people and Gowan, because Gowan was just after this then. So he connived with all those people and said, okay, let's hold these Igbo people down. They fought Igbos. This is the same Awolowo that agreed with Ojukwu that once you declare Biafra, I'm going back to declare. We remember the story of Banjo. Banjo going to from Benin to Lagos to go and liberate the Yoruba so that they would declare their own. But midway, they played out, they outsmarted Ojukwu and the Igbo political elites. Now, you should know that competition is still up till now. So we should be smart. So this matter arising and GGM platform is where we use a platform where we use to tell ourselves the whole truth. We are not hiding it because what we know is what the Yorubas know. But we're using this platform to tell ourselves, look at the game. The game is beyond Nnamdi Kanu. They are using Nnamdi Kanu as a pawn. You know, if you are playing a chess game, you have officers, you have queen, you have pawn, you have knight, you have pawn. Pawn is lowest officer. So they are using Nnamdi Kanu as a pawn in political chess game in Nigeria to hold the economy of Igbos down. Why the Western economy, the Northern economy are moving up. If you see the level of investment going on in the Western Nigeria today, that is why your children, your boy will graduate from university. The next time he
carries it
has
back to
moved to
Lagos.
Lagos. He has relocated to Lagos. And once you are moving to Lagos, you are increasing the population of Lagos. You are increasing the
And
consumption.
contributing to the economic cycle there.
You are increasing the purchasing power there. You are increasing the savings. You are this four vicious income cycle. Household increase in households amounts to increase in consumption, amount in increase in purchasing power, amount in sales. Whatever business you are making in Lagos, the turnover is always high. But Lagos, but Southeast here, you can understand what I mean, Chinedu. I said I'm in the village now. What sustains Southeast economy is burial. Burial. I'm telling you. Everything we do here is burial. Tell me which companies are surviving here. So we should understand. But if you talk to some people in the street, they will say it doesn't matter. Let them reason now. They can, if they like, we will sit at home for 10 years. You are shooting yourself. down. You should understand the power play, the economic power play. Now the question is that let me not waste our time. Let me recommend the what is the recommendation? Do we have the capacity to fight Tinubu to the reason and the can? No.
It depends on the kind of fight you're talking about.
No. There are people that believe that by bombing, by killing people here, by collapsing the economy, is affecting federal government. You know there are people that believe that.
If that is the case, then that one is written off.
Uh-huh. So, do we have the capacity to, like all these our senators, governors, all of them going to Abuja, and we are begging the reason and those things are cause window dressing. Those things are politics. They are using you to do politics. They are not doing anything. Deputy Speaker of the House, Kalu is APC member. Last time he said, okay, Tinubu will reason and the kind of Bible. The next day he signed the regional Southeast Regional Development Commission. Is he talking about Nnamdi Kanu again? No, he's from Abia State. The other man, Labour Party man from Nnamdi Kanu constituency, he went to visit Nnamdi Kanu last time. All those people are using Nnamdi Kanu to play all of your politics. The governor Soludo will say, raise Nnamdi Kanu.
Even made a very big billboard in Oka.
Even billboard, even radio, ABS, most times they will say, Nnamdi Kanu has accepted the no sit at home. You could imagine. So all these politicians are deceiving the people. They're just deceiving themselves and their children. Now the recommendation is good governance. Let them do first class and 21st century good governance. Use people's resources to work for people. Once they face people, like in village now, nothing stops Soludo from paying all the elderly men and women above 70 years, minimum wage 70,000 naira. Once you are not receiving pension and you are not receiving pension, you will be under the payroll of government above 70,000 naira. Nothing stops Soludo from having the list of all the unemployed youths in Anambra State. Develop app for them. And
create opportunities for them. Exactly. Create
that's what I'm
opportunities
saying.
for them.
That's what when you have app now, you capture the informations, data. You have the data first. When you have the data now, you can now plan. You can create industrial villages in every local government, create industrial parks, create farm settlements, organize value chain farming, such that these guys will learn how to make money. If you show somebody how to make money, what is the problem again? You know, all this emphasis focus on Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is well taken care of in DSS. You can see him most times if he comes out. Even I feel like going to DSS those days, Chinedu. I feel like I want to go to DSS and stay because nobody is enjoying this system. I feel like
Are you sure? Didn't you see the minority children that were brought to court? If you go to DSS, you understand that those ones are just next to bottomless pit.
No. Those northern minors are not in the same class with Nnamdi Kanu. You can see both of them are like dark and light or two of them are not in the same class. Nnamdi Kanu is well taken care of in DSS. You can see him now.
They can't joke with his life because a lot of things is at stake.
That is what I'm saying. And all this emphasis, we should concentrate our emphasis. These politicians, if they know what is good for them, they should concentrate and tactically, because these guys are playing politics with us. If once they know that Nnamdi Kanu, we are not even taking him serious again, they will quietly raise him However, this submission, I'm not saying that somebody should hold Nnamdi Kanu against his fundamental human rights, which is freedom as a person. Freedom, he should be free as any other person, as long as the law, the law has not found anything wanted from him. And the way these guys are doing the whole thing, they don't want to try him. They don't want to even make an emphatic statement that he has done this. If he has not done anything, reason, let him go. But what I am saying is that he is representing a message. That point, that fact should always be in our mind. That Nnamdi Kanu is representing something, and that thing he's representing should be addressed. Thank you, Chinedu.
Thank you very much, and that is it. We thank you for joining this program on WBC tonight on Matters Arising, and we hope to have you back again on GGM Hour tomorrow. And the rest of you who are watching, we hope to have you back again. We've taken it quite a long time beyond our time normally, but we decided to stay this long because we didn't start on time tonight. But tomorrow from 6 p.m., keep a time with us every evening from 6 p.m. and we will be able to bring it to you. Let us, as we're wrapping up on today's program, let us review some of the things that we have talked about. But in case you're just joining us, this is BVI Channel 1, and tonight on Matters Arising, I seriously appreciate you for joining us tonight. Thank you very much, and stay blessed at all times. So, as we're wrapping up on tonight's edition, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, and stick with us anytime we are here from 6 p.m. every evening from Monday through Friday. Please be part of this sensitization and awareness. On Facebook, we are there. On Instagram, we are there. We also want to open up on TikTok. Like I said, follow us on all those platforms and stay connected to this voice that will always tell you undiluted truth. And on this, I'm signing out tonight, hoping to have you back again tomorrow, 6 p.m. on GGM Hour. Stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye for now.
Pleading with the president the same way he reacted and responded to the feeling of Nigerians and the international community by discontinuing the embarrassing trial of these minors. He should also listen to the pleas from eminent Nigerians, eminent Igbo leaders, eminent lawmakers, and so on and so forth, who has at one time or the other called on the president to embark on the path of political solution in the Nnamdi Kanu case by discontinuing the trial. So you can see by what the president did in the minors case, he has exercised his constitutional power through the Attorney General and take under Section 174 thereabout to discontinue any criminal trial, even treason that has a murder charge at any stage of that trial. So now that you have invoked it for this case that we are charged for treason, also invoke that the same Section 174 thereabout in the case of Nnamdi Kanu by discontinuing the trial. The trial has brought, so it has prolonged the return to the path of peace in the